Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of the Bob Does Sports Podcast, coming to you from Scottsdale. Laugh Factory at Scottsdale.
This is pretty sick. If we could do the
time.
setup like this with the garage door open.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Can't beat
Can't
natural
see that,
light,
but
can you?
It's cool.
And also, too, J-Bone heard us in the car saying how we got to have a days out. Just
Look
went
at
ahead
us.
and did it. So credit to Mr. Costas. Just taking initiative. We are in Scottsdale. Amazing trip so far. John Rahm Donut Challenge we're going to get into. John Rahm rematch. Just did Tony Finau. We were supposed to do Max Homa, which was going to be a big one. He had to cancel, unfortunately. We are going to get a rain check with Homa. And the boys just ran pickleball. That was a
fun.
blast. That was the first time I saw. We played a little bit in Grand Geneva. That was fun.
I got to figure out a little bit of like game theory. Like once I figure out the like tennis, I know like angles and like how to play stuff.
Yeah.
And pickleball, I'm still just out there without really thinking too much. Once I figure out like where I'm supposed to go, who I'm supposed to hit at in different situations, I feel like things could be pretty good out there.
It is. Yeah. To me, it was a seeing what was going to take place at Bob HQ. Like, we're going to be able to run games and then be fun. I mean, it was competitive. Joe plays pickleball exactly how you would think he would play pickleball.
What does that mean?
Like, before he even technically serves the ball, before he hits it, he's already like sprinting up, like just balls to the wall. And he'll hit a shot, and usually it's like the guy's returning will either be like, that's out or that's in. He'll hit the shot, and he'll see it, and he'll go, it's in! Like, he'll announce his own ball. Like, imagine Pete Sampras hitting a shot for him, being like, it's in!
Just ace. Just yells ace as he
Yeah,
just puts it up the gut.
Ace.
Ace.
Who were the teams? I didn't even participate.
switched
I
it
didn't
up
hear
a little
about
bit.
this.
Yeah, we rotated around.
Who was it? Who played?
Me, J-Bone, FP, and Bob.
Oh, wow.
It was awesome. Ticket popped his head out for a sec. We got all on the behind the scenes, no?
Yeah, we
Got
got
some camera.
we got a couple games.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, you brought the camera out?
Yeah, they
Very
were already
nice.
on tripods, so I just threw it out
Can
there.
I have a quick word
With me?
to everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody can go fuck themselves, dude. This DMV situation blown way. I need to address that really quickly, and I want it on the jump because I get every comment to me is, "Bro, thought you were at the DMV. How's the DMV?"
You played into it the other day. You put stories
I'm just
up.
saying, but it was addressed on the pod. Now I feel the pod is a
Okay,
good
give
place
us your license and registration. Let's go.
How many IDs have you
USAA
procured?
Auto.
Tell us.
How many driver's licenses have you procured in the last 12 months?
One, it was a California one that I had to switch over. In
didn't
Florida,
get a
it was all
California?
car registration.
You didn't get a Florida
BS.
license?
No, I never got a Florida.
you got a
license.
Pennsylvania license.
I did.
How
I
many?
had to because I bought a new car. So
Oh, congrats.
you can't transfer the title until you have a in-state.
Oh, is that a Pennsylvania thing?
Maybe. I couldn't say like, hey, this is my Pennsylvania car with my
Interesting.
California driver's. Anyway, the idea is closes at 4. I was there till 5:30. Right? They closed the door on checking people in, but
what I
everyone
said.
who's checked in is allowed to.
stay.
I was at the fucking DMV, man.
So you were.
Anyway, so sorry. Pickleball, Bob, back to you. I just needed.
Wait, so you were at the DMV?
We can cut it. I just.
So
need
you
to say
were
it.
at the DMV.
I was, yeah.
So, but the whole bit is that you're saying you're not always at the DMV.
Correct, but that time I was.
That time.
That time.
That time. You know
That
what you
time.
just
Is
said?
that a
What
Freudian
about the
slip?
other time?
What about some other times?
So you see what
See,
I'm
that was a
saying?
Freudian slip.
That's the whole
That's
thing.
Oh, now it comes out.
80% of the
boy.
time I'm there.
Oh,
You just played right
He showed his hands.
That
He showed his hands. That time
You
I was at
realize
the
what
not
you
go
just-
the
you
way
just
that you
outed
foresaw.
yourself.
I understand, but what the truth is, what really happened was I said 2 times that it was an excuse that I was at the DMV, and I was at the DMV both times. Jet says anytime this guy doesn't want to do something, he's at the
Don't
DMV.
say
So
me.
it's one of those bits. It's the always bit that you
Not
do.
the
This guy
yaman.
always does this.
But
This
why
guy
is that
always
a
does
jet?
that.
But that's a group
That's fair
bit.
enough.
That's
Falcons
not my
always
bit.
play at home.
Yeah.
So it's like it was a Jet always bit because I did it twice. And those 2 times I was at the DMV. Other times I've missed for other reasons.
Jet, your rebuttal?
Have you ever said you were at the DMV when you're
No,
not?
I've
at the
never
DMV?
said I was at the DMV and I wasn't. I
Okay.
said 2. I've now said a total of 3 times. Twice in Florida, once in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Imagine if you moved back to Florida.
When you used to bail out.
Oh yeah, I've got a few more.
a few more
It's gonna
up the
cost you
sleeve
the
there.
DMV.
Yeah, it's a couple visits.
They
It's a
got a
couple
nice
visits.
DMV in
They
Palm
do Palm
Beach.
Beach Gardens.
Yeah, it's a
Very
really
nice.
good one.
The Ann Gannon Center.
It's a nice
You
spot.
used to, when you used to bail out of things, rather than just bail, you would give an excuse that sounded like an excuse.
But I heard you tell me that I think 8 months ago, and I tested it out. I said one time for a podcast, I said, sorry guys, unfortunately I can't make that time. If we can move it here, great. If not, run it without me. Then you text me on the side 20 minutes before, you're like, Pop, are you sure you can't make this podcast? So then I gave you the reason because you asked twice. So I tested that theory out on you, not giving you a reason, but then you came at me a second time after I had already told you reasonless.
If so, okay. But
Yeah.
usually I wouldn't. That it would just. I almost think it is better to just be like, or especially like
agree.
with going on friends, was like,
Totally.
I can't tonight. I've learned that too. Like rather than even saying just like I can't, and then like if they question
Totally.
you, then they're a prick.
Pop, in
Right.
the old days,
Get some-
in the old days, aka Los Angeles, 2 years ago, did you ever just fucking throw a bullshit line at us about an excuse that didn't
But
exist?
I don't remember not showing up ever in LA.
No, there were things here or there.
What are you
Like,
talking about? No, showing up the wrong way, perhaps. Not showing up, that's not true. In LA?
Yeah, could be right.
No, I never did.
well, I'm not talking about like showing. I'm talking about like work, like editing or this or that. Like, I'm not talking about
No.
like showing up to filming.
No. Sure, we always got things out on time. For better or for worse. That's the truth of the matter.
That is true. I'm saying
that's
because
the truth.
I think the bit came from like not the DMV. I think the DMV was like the cherry on the top. Like it was like it became the DMV.
The other thing about that I really do want to get into is there are many times with Joe or FP or Bob, people work around their schedules. If I have something, like I said, if we can push back another hour, then he had a dinner. So we don't work around my schedule per se, which I think is appropriate. We need the four of you guys to really be on that podcast. No, but I'm
do that.
serious.
Don't do that.
Don't no.
We all work
we
around
pushed
each
it back
other.
that
Four
day
of
for
you.
you
That's
because
true.
you were running late in the car, and then he had a dinner later. So any one of the three of us could have missed, but we
But
picked.
we would work around you. I don't think.
I'm not saying that you never don't, but I'm saying
It's an
there are
honor
times
system.
where Pete's like, I don't have Wi-Fi for the next 2 days. I was available for those 2 days.
I
Then
think
we
it's
did
an
it on a
honor-
day
I
where
think
went
it's
to
an
the
honor
DMV.
system
So
thing where
I
we all-
just think that we've all worked around people's schedule. That one didn't work around mine. I said I was available an hour later, and
Well, it doesn't
someone else
help.
had a dinner.
It doesn't.
So
It doesn't help that in a lot of and it's not a shot at you, but you have been absent from a lot of Bob Does Sports videos recently, which lends credence to the
But
fans.
a lot of that
What
is
a
from the
word.
Utah trip that I had
I
something
understand.
very
I'm saying
legitimate
so
right in the
it,
middle of
it
that.
plays into that's why the
Sure,
fans are
that's
latching
fair.
on more.
I just felt I wanted to. I'm not
That's
angry.
all right.
I'm not
Yeah.
upset. I just wanted to
Yeah.
speak a little on
Well,
it.
it's the get off your chest pod.
Well, it's also
Sure,
like,
yeah, exactly,
we,
exactly.
Who's next?
We put out 6 episodes a month that it seems like, if you miss 4 of them, it's like, damn, Pop, someone hasn't been somewhere for 4 weeks.
Right.
That's not the
Correct.
case. We might have filmed
a
those
day,
4
yeah.
episodes in 2 days
Yeah,
or 3
correct.
days. So it just happens to be that person missed 3 days.
That's an
out of a
issue.
month,
I
but it
have that
looks-
issue often.
It looks as though someone is absent for this extended period of time, which just isn't the case.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what? My turn. So, speaking of that's a similar thing because you're talking about these videos, and now we're gonna get crushed for now. We have a bunch of videos filmed, and we're just gonna get crushed for the next month about where's the John Rahm, where's the this, where's the that, where's the this. Which is why I don't like always saying when we film videos. It's not because we can't edit it, but there seems to be this idea that once a video is filmed, it comes out like the next evening. And
Well, that was like the Joe versus Mo. We talked about
Correct.
it for 2 months.
But it had been filmed.
People are like,
No, but
are
it-
you coming through with
But
this or what?
it had been filmed for a long time, and it could have been released at any time. But there is an order of.
we had an internet
There are
invitation.
reasons.
to release
Correct.
it.
The
Yeah.
invitational
We
came
kind of
Invitational.
talked about that
It's
with the Internet
sponsors.
Invitational. Like, I don't think we did anything wrong. We would talk about it like it was being filmed, but that was kind of the conversation of like not like saying even when the film date's going to be, because I guess there really is no reason. And in the fans' defense, they hear about it,
Totally.
they expect it. So it's like, I guess why even talk about it? I learned the hard way this week. I put out our whole schedule as if it already happened. It did not. And then things changed. I was so Max had to bail. Totally okay, not a problem. I was so worried about Tony bailing today because we just couldn't lose another pro. So it was funny when you mentioned that because I did send that text just to make sure that he was coming.
And Pat's 50-50.
We don't
I
know
would
if
say.
that's
So,
gonna
like,
go. Yeah.
Right now, we're definitely 3 for 5 on what you promised.
Christmas could be canceled also.
Christmas might be canceled too.
We could
so,
do a Hanukkah special.
yeah.
Well,
That's 8 nights.
Either
That's 8
or.
crazy
That's
nights.
eight
It
crazy
would take a
episodes.
year. It would take a year to get those
That's 8
videos out.
crazy episodes, dude.
What, they filmed this Hanukkah episode in June?
Yeah.
If we did say Pat comes through, which I think that match would be awesome. We don't know if it is yet or not. That's up in the air. But if we were playing, we played Rom. We did a great Joe versus Schmo. We just played Finau. If we now then play Homa, if we were playing him tomorrow, and then Fat versus Pat the day after,
The all-time
we
trip.
leave here with
It would
just
be the best trip
smash.
you've
It'd be
ever
one
had.
hell of a march for you folks.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
It'd be an all-time trip, dude.
good.
And hey, that no spoilers. # no spoilers. That hater episode that was filmed a couple
talk
days
about
ago
it, Shaky.
was astounding in all the best and worst ways.
We're literally about to do everything that we didn't say
just
that we would
said.
do.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
I
Let's
think,
carry on.
guys, you
but I think we're here in the moment. We should talk.
That's
about
the
it.
thing.
I want to hear your
Yeah,
thoughts.
go
on
ahead,
it.
Go
D.
ahead. Go ahead,
No
sweetheart.
spoilers.
Go ahead,
# no
babe.
spoilers.
So I have 2 different thoughts, and I see it very differently than you guys. I've been playing some of the worst golf I've ever played on this trip. So, and the start of that video was truly maybe the worst golf I've ever played. It was astoundingly bad. So there's one part of me that thinks that people aren't going to want to watch it because there's terrible golf. But then after hearing from you guys that that's what people love, then they're going to love it. The other part was I do truly think that so far I'm 3 for 3 on picking just astoundingly terrible haters. Like, and I don't think Bryce was terrible, but I think as progressively, like the next one that'll come out is Gage. I think he is horrible. And then this guy that we just had, Dan, I don't know if we will find someone as cringy, as just unbelievably offside and awful as he was.
Offside?
I
I think
like
he
that word,
I
though.
think he
that make sense?
embodies
Yeah.
everything that
heard that
series is about in terms of a hating troll. And I don't know. It started out okay, and by the end of it, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy just is insufferable." Is the only word I could use.
He came with his his A stuff of bad.
Yeah.
Like he came with the perfect like F stuff of just like he was ready to go and chirp and
And I feel bad
It
for
was-
you guys when that happens because it's like everybody's got to deal with that.
no,
Joe,
bro,
do not
that's-
feel
that's
bad.
That was
That
one of the
being
best
said-
That's what
days
we're
of my
doing here.
life.
I
dude.
do
I had a
think,
blast.
Bob, and to your point, like there have been so many people since we started this series who want to be on the show, who talk shit, who DM me and stuff. So I've really taken a lot of time to go through and try to like find the right people. And so far, I think that like we've nailed it.
Yes, 100%. You definitely need to. You have the wrong mindset of when you go out and play. You tend to think if you play really bad, it's a bad episode. That's what the channel was built off of. So that like, some of the golf you see out there is the most hilarious. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Jed even said a lot of times the show will be like, let's hurry this up so we can get the fuck out of here. Me and Ticket looked at each other. Jed was like, come on, Cutsy, beat this guy. So we're like, we want to stay here. We're having a blast.
It was one of the best days on the job. But anyway, I mean, the guy was he was perfect for the series.
Perfect.
It was. It's
Jensen
going to be
even
a
told
great
me
episode.
he thinks it's going to be an absolute banger. And J-Bone, I
And J-Bone's been tremendous as of recently.
yeah,
Yeah,
as
only
of
the
late
last
he's
6
been
months.
really
golf.
really good.
I agree with you, Pete.
what does it do to your how does it feel to filter through all of that hate?
It doesn't really.
It does
it
like because
doesn't
I feel
bother
like that
me
would
or
like
it's-
in my search to find someone in a similar situation that would like eat at me after a certain amount of time. It's like, how much can
I cannot
you
tell
take in of that?
Since the first episode aired, there are hundreds, like I'm not even joking, literally I go through about 20 to 30 a day, hundreds of DMs telling me that I fucking suck, that I'm the worst, that people will go belt to ass. And what I do is I look through the timeline. If these comments started September-ish, fuck you. If these comments came after comments of like encouragement and nice things, fuck you. If these comments are like long standing and like there is a history,
you gotta scroll up.
And I scroll and I see that this person has been on me for a while, then it's game on. Then it's like it's through the filter system, and then I'm handing them over to Bob and Jet to vet. But I feel very confident when I do that. I'm not gonna prematurely send someone just. I want it to be the right person. And somebody, a lot of people, you know, in the last one say, well, why don't you reward the people who say that you like the show and stuff? And I do. And trust me, when I'm going through all those hate comments and then I read a couple nice comments, I make a point of like responding to those people and saying, I really appreciate it. Cause like after a while, you kind of feel like a piece of shit when you start going through these things. But the series is built on trying to stand these people up.
Dude, when I know there's a hater episode the next day, my night before is better. My sleep is better.
You're a sick guy.
I wake up faster. I wake up happier. I am so excited to get the
How
day
about break
going.
80s? How do you feel those nights?
It's not nearly the same. It is
How
the
you feel those nights before?
total opposite. I am so excited to go and do those matches. It's the best. The range time. It just from an entertainment standpoint. And then the thing that's great to see is like, this is Joe's series, so he wants to take the initiative. So he goes up to the tee box and just like Joe, we don't need to do an intro. Like we're going to do a voiceover. And he looked at him. He's like, no, I think I'm going to do an intro. He's like, just let me do the intro. And then he goes to the intro. Like, you're making it your thing, and I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
It's also great. We were on the range, and these two guys were loudly talking, like shit talking each other. And then we got to the tee box, and nobody's around. And Pete goes, "All right, so welcome back. We are here at the like I've never heard you whisper before, and there was nobody around. You could have talked as loud as you wanted."
I love the cringe, but I will say the one thing that does get me is when they are on the range just shitting at each other. And there are all these people warming up who are just going to play a normal round of golf, and you have two guys next to them just going at it loud.
Was it obvious this last
It's
time?
bad. I had to leave. I had to walk away.
It was
Well, you
loud.
stopped the vet process because I think
Oh,
because
it's too
of it.
uncomfortable
He can't
for
do
me.
it.
Yeah, I listen. The content's good.
I
People
feel
love
like
it.
I'm like interviewing for the real world. Well, you know, remember that show or like Jersey
Yeah,
Shore?
yeah.
Yeah. And
It's like Bachelor.
You should.
yes.
Why should you be on the hater series?
Correct.
What do
Yeah.
you do for a living?
We should start recording those interviews.
Put it in the mic.
You said that.
I did
it's
say
true.
that.
Yeah,
there's
I
Zoom calls
agree.
them. I thought those should be recorded and then like call back because you say you're like one of your questions is so what is it about Joe that you
First
hate?
question, yeah.
To get that commentary like right off the bat from that person
100%.
would be pretty good to insert because it's a lot harder to get that out of someone like when he's standing there, right? I would imagine. Well, I bet that guy yesterday
Oh, you
wasn't
mean-
very
yeah.
holding back on why he like if you asked him that question,
Yeah,
but just
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you could have that when the guy doesn't think that this like he's gonna hear it
Yeah.
necessarily, you could really get to the root of what the problem is.
The Riggs thing is awesome, and yeah, you guys really do go at it. That it's such a rare thing to have that on YouTube. So for people who enjoy that, no matter who they're a fan of YouTube golf, that is the space to get it. Is Riggs' series, your series? So like, it's such a niche thing. I just think it's the people that love it are going to be hardcore about it. So yeah, awesome stuff. Let's go a little bit into Rom Donut Challenge. People will see. I think the greatest eating performance I have ever like truly blown away at how much food he ate.
He's maybe one of the most competitive people that I have ever met. To the point where like it's almost scary how much he wants to win.
I was thinking like you people always talk about that was Bean, man, like that was Kobe, like you hear
Yeah,
about
he's
these
got-
ultra
yeah.
competitive people. I feel like we got a taste of it with Rom
Twice.
And now thinking of watching him in the Ryder Cup, I would have like the next time there is a Ryder Cup, I am going to bet him. Although I'll be rooting for the U.S., like he is the definition of a gamer.
He's clutch.
But then Tony Finau today, you guys had to work because once our shot was done, when FP got done
He's
hitting,
a fast player.
you had
He is
to
fast.
He's fast.
sprint
He's
over
a
to
fa-
him.
Yeah.
And that's great. Quick, fast pace
Yeah,
of
I
play
like
is
that.
great. But I think he thought he was on like a tour event with a CBS
television
broadcast
cameras
with like a tower on the green,
You're right.
which like we were
Yeah.
doing because we were like we didn't miss a shot, and I will never tell again unless like
Well, it's hard to
I
be
let-
like, hey, just can you wait
correct.
till one of
The
our
guests
guys
are allowed.
gets there?
We
Yeah.
don't get in their way. We let them do
Yeah.
their thing, and we work around them. But he's a fast player.
Dude, Pop
Yeah,
did
like
one.
no, you go.
Oh, FP got done hitting, and Pop realized that he had to get over to Tony because Tony like will stand over his ball
Well,
once
To-
FP hits.
You guys, because you guys would go to your ball, and Tony would get out of the cart
Yeah,
and
he
walk to
wasn't,
his
like,
for
chirping to
pace of
us.
play. He wouldn't,
Yeah.
which is great. Some of the guys stay, some go to their ball and wait.
Yeah.
Some and his ball was 400 yards past yours, so he's already that far.
Pop
ahead.
like
No
didn't
offense.
think he was gonna get to him, so Pop like sprinted over. He gets in his car. And he realizes that he's not going to get him. So it was like he was doing a drive-by. He like
was
held the
filming.
camera up like, to try and get it. As he's driving, he like flung the camera up.
Yeah, that was great.
But go. I mean, yeah. Well, me and you are never the type of people to tell these guys how to act.
Even, like,
he-
tracers
he's
and
18
stuff.
for 18 in front of your tracers,
Bro, I will
Is
never.
that
There's not a
so?
single
Damn.
FP tracer.
You know what? And I
That's
hit-
great for you.
But
And I hit it great too.
Yeah.
You
which
did.
is-
You
which is
did. But I'm
unfortunate.
never going to tell
the
Tony.
vibe
No,
of telling
no,
the
no.
guests
It's
like
not our kind of show.
you're in front of the
Because it makes
tracer.
them, it changes their whole
Correct.
thing.
And
Yeah,
it's like
not
we
worth
got
it.
other,
Exactly.
we can handle that. Like we
I've
can.
heard guys be like, Tiger, Tracer.
I
It's
know.
like, bro.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Yeah, I'm not saying that to them. Hey, Tiger, Tracer.
They're
As
on
if
our
they
show-
should
they're-
know.
They're guests on our show. Like the last thing we're
Yeah.
gonna do is tell them
Now this guy's like
reprimand them.
Yeah.
tiptoeing around a tee box from then on out.
Correct.
I will say he was one of the nicest people I've ever
Oh.
met. To the point where
Swag,
like we
too.
played at the crack of dawn
Mm-hmm.
and it was cold as balls. I didn't know that he was there. I was ordering us like coffees and breakfast burritos, and I turned around and I was like, oh, there's Tony. This guy had a shell, like one of those Nike shells that like are like they keep their insulated.
He looked like
and
he's on the
had-
bench for a soccer
He had
team.
the
For the
hood
NFL.
on.
He
looked like
yeah,
Pat
he did.
Mahomes
He did.
after
He
a
sure did.
turnover.
The hood was like scrunched
Yeah.
up, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's freezing," and
like,
it was
yeah.
horrifying.
I was looking at, honestly, last night, just seeing the weather. If it was just us going out, I wouldn't have worried about it. Because it was him, I felt so. I'm like, he's going to show up to the course and be beyond freezing. I felt really bad. And then to see him and he's bundled up. And I think what made it worse is, like, rather than take a crack at me, like, you know, why the fuck would you book this gym? He was so nice about it. He's like, oh, no, not a problem at all. And he's fucking shivering.
He's like, "It'll warm up in an hour and a half."
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just putted balls for like 45 minutes.
Shivering.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't get even remotely comfortable until like the 8th tee box.
Yeah,
Like
was
it took
cold.
7 full holes to get to like, all right.
Do you
this-
remember-
I can feel my hands.
Do you remember the Wyndham Clark video?
Oh,
That was
That was in
freezing.
the Snow Bowl. It was that was
See,
brutal.
I thought this was colder. Like,
No, Wyndham
Really?
was-
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I stood
It's
over
close.
balls today with no desire to hit. Like, I knew I was going to be way short and didn't even care to start. Like, I just was going up and just whacking at it.
Yeah.
Wyndham, I don't remember it being like that. I remember it being cold, but that 40, we got the tee time pushed back 40 minutes tomorrow. That is the most crucial 40 minutes, top to bottom.
I didn't realize Arizona is so cold in the AM.
Oh, yeah.
Because even in Florida at the in the AM it's hot.
Well, Max go around 2. We were delayed for frost. I mean, it gets that was
it
true
is,
in North.
right?
It gets cold here.
Do
There's
you know
no,
why
there's
that
no
is?
clouds. Clouds keep the heat in.
Wait,
That
there's
is-
Stu, there's no
bad.
there's no clouds here. There's no clouds in
There's
Florida.
there's no clouds here that keep heat in overnight. So once the sun goes down, the heat just is gone.
it evaporates.
It's gone. So then it
But
takes
what
the
about
sun has to
days
get back
in
up again.
Florida where there are no clouds but it's still
Very
hot?
like that. Almost never the case. That you have a totally
That's why
clear
deserts
day.
traditionally get very cold
Yeah.
at night.
and so hot during the day because there's no
Yeah,
clouds
'cause
to
there's no
block the sun.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You know
anyway,
what?
going back to
It's
Tony
motto.
though, he really was like a beautiful guy. He's so present.
Nice guy,
the
yeah.
way he holds himself, the way he seems as a father. The world needs more Tony Finaus, man.
facts.
He's
Swaggy, too.
unbelievable.
I told Joe, I couldn't
unbelievable
believe
swag.
Very swaggy.
Yes, very
That
swag.
to me was the most, I think, full circle Bob the Sports guest we've ever had for me, because just the history of the show with Tony and then having him there.
I wish he wore salmon.
He talked.
He
Yeah, he said he was
said he was
going
thinking-
That would have
to.
been great.
And you know what? He talked about how, and he was so nice about it. But he said, since that happens, people will scream that to him till this day, all the time, and they do it in my voice. He's had enough of it. He's ready to. He said he's like, I was gonna wear the salmon. I thought it would be hilarious. But he's like, but then I thought about it, and he's like, that's 10 more years of hearing
Yeah.
the exact same thing. But I appreciate the passion from the faithful out there. But yeah, he's been hearing that. I mean, to be honest, probably as much as Pat Perez has been hearing Fat Perez, if not probably
Yeah.
more.
What's going on, folks? It's your guy FP. I want to talk to you about the sponsor of today's podcast, SeatGeek. Christmas is right around the corner. And at this point, if you don't have a gift for somebody, you should consider getting them more than just something to open up, but something to go experience. I'm talking about tickets. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. NFL season's winding down, moving into the playoffs. NBA is in full tilt. Whatever team your loved one roots for, get some tickets to the game for them. Pull up any game. I got the Orange Bowl right here. All the tickets that are available, field level. You've got the ratings here, 10 amazing. Green dot, that's a ticket you want to get. You want to stay away from the red dot tickets. Not as good of a value, but SeatGeek makes it easy to get tickets to the game you want to go to. And of course, you know we got a promo code for you guys. BDS Podcast 10. That's BDS Podcast 10. It's going to get you 10% off your next set of tickets. That's 10% off any tickets using promo code BDS Podcast 10. Again, thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's podcast.
That first episode, I think, with him, maybe the greatest match like against a pro we've ever had. I think Perez just was making every fucking putt, and Max would just answer. And there was like 30, 40-foot putts being made. Like,
It was crazy.
it was insane. And the
knocking
fact that he had a
wedges off.
shot, a putt on 18 to hit 59, which was, I think he already had the course record. A True North at 60, but like, that was, I don't think there's a better match. And even like the second one was great, but it just could never live up to that one. It was so good.
Yeah, it really was. It was unbelievable. These guys can like shoot a sneaky 8 under unlike anything I've ever seen. It's
Dude, they're so
amazing.
good. When they hit
They
the
putt
seeing
so good.
the pros, now that we've done a few, like Rom into Finau, hit the ball up close is incredible.
You know,
ball
so
flight,
cool
Their
with
putting
Tony-
is underrated. They make
Yeah.
Correct, Tony.
so
yes,
many
yes,
putts.
Tony is incredible.
It's crazy.
But seeing like a drive, like you guys hit your drives, even if you, I mean, you're pumping the ball right now, and then one of them steps up and they hit it like double the height and like 80 yards by, and it's like
Their
oh
putting's great, but their percentage of hitting approach shots to within 10 feet or less is, I mean, that just changes the whole game.
Also,
It's
too, like on
unbelievable.
par fives, it happens every time for me. They hit an iron in, and then they stand over the ball, and they'll miss, and I'll be like, all right, they parred. And I'm like, wait, oh no, that's a birdie.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. It was cool, though, to see, like, Tony, from watching his swings for so long, like that little warm-up that he does, and you see it up close. When he hits the 3-iron is awesome, and then same thing with Rom. Just been a great week of content so far.
Tony hitting that 3-iron was one of the coolest things I've seen.
Fucking awesome.
That was awesome.
you know the silver leaf. What was it called? The
Conversations.
Probably the only one that rivaled your video
I'm
on
going to post
Hillcrest.
that video.
That was I've never been to Hillcrest, but that is #1 for me.
Shout out
that's
Sean,
good.
Frank, and I.
The only ones I've ever seen that have been better than that are Discovery properties.
Yeah, you
Okay.
said they're
I've
nuts.
never been.
Unbelievable.
Similar, like better, like
Similar, but like more.
It's
like
just like
Troubadour's got
everywhere.
more.
There were a lot of nooks and a lot of crannies in that.
Isn't it like
Everything's got
like,
something.
like
Yeah,
Cabo? Is it Quivera or something? They have like
Yeah, in Cabo. I
Yeah.
mean, they got like ceviche stations and like
Jesus.
it's
That
crazy.
is pretty
If you
tight.
want to beat Bob
This one?
Does Sports in a
It's a sick
3v1
hat, right?
scramble,
It's clean
find a
as hell.
halfway house.
Dude.
Because the first 3 holes after that house, you guys are fucked.
They had an
Almost
acai
always.
bowl drawer.
Yeah,
that's
it was
fun.
great, too.
That's a lot of fun.
Crazy, dude.
That's fun.
You also wanted
Boots
to
on the
do an
ground.
Eggs Benedict flight.
That's a whole separate
restaurant.
thing. That one's just
Wait,
for daddy.
he wanted.
That one's not for the whole
That's a
crew.
passion project.
That's right.
This is a business. It's actually a great idea because it doesn't matter what kind of food you're in the mood for, you will offer something to scratch that itch.
That's right.
Okay,
right?
but then
That's
why
right.
don't you just open
This is a man who
Publix?
gets it.
I get it.
Yes.
It makes sense. It needs a name.
Wow.
It needs a great name.
If he wants to be our main investor, it's Bob Does
How about
Bowls.
Bowl A?
That exists.
Bowl it yourself?
No.
I like where you're
about just
headed, though.
bowls?
It's a good starting
Bowls.
point.
How about bowls?
Bowls ain't bad.
Build a bowl.
Now you're gonna
Build a bowl
every
is pretty
bowl.
good.
Build
Bad.
a bowl.
Build a bowl.
Build
It's
the ball is
Build
not
a bowl.
bad.
It's not bad. It's a
Bowl.
mouthful though.
trademark.
I feel like it's got to be quick.
Well, Build-A-Bear was very successful.
I get that.
Build a bowl.
Build a
Bowls
bowl's
is, I think,
guarantee
bowls.
you that's trademark.
Build-A-Bear, by the
Bowls
way.
isn't bad. I
Bowls
like
is
bowls.
good.
Bowls
Not
is clean.
terrible.
Yeah, it's not
Bowls,
bad
period.
at all.
Yeah, bowls, period.
Yeah, all lowercase.
It's
You
no,
don't
it's
capitalize the first
yeah.
B. It's all
You've got three to four different sized bowls, and everything that you make, whatever you get, comes in those bowls.
Yes. Yeah.
Correct. That's what it is. You pick your bowl
Correct.
size. That's where you start, and then it's
Do you have
like, where
ice
are we going
cream?
here?
That's right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You
But
got
I just think you're
Do
course
ice
you would.
cream
Ice
come in a
cream
ice
bowl?
cream. Acai.
You're gonna run into a problem.
Burrito bowls.
Poke.
He's gonna have
Poke.
inventory.
But you're gonna
Across
be
it.
selling poke and ice
what,
cream.
Yeah.
So you're a grocery store.
It's a
Like
restaurant.
what Bolé does. There's the healthy options, all that stuff.
What do you mean?
It's a
like grocery
restaurant,
store?
Jet.
I'm saying you're selling, but restaurants
Have dessert.
But most restaurants have a limit. Like there is a spectrum, and they stop at a certain point. Where at that point you become a grocery store.
What about Cheesecake Factory?
No, but it's all food that you're gonna eat. It's you
Yo,
can't
did
take it
you
home and
guys
put it in
get
the fridge.
Cheesecake Factory?
Correct, but
What
Pop,
did you
that
order
just
from
seems like a
Cheesecake?
nightmare.
There's a couple of cheesecakes
Cheesecake
in the fridge.
He's the only guy to ever actually order cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory.
Popda's Bagels is starting up. Should be around this time next year.
Do you have a general location?
The Spropples family found a location that they think is the one. That looks really good.
They're waiting to break
Everybody's gonna be a
ground.
part of it. Everybody's gonna invest. Everybody's gonna have their own bagel.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
we already know mine. Maybe we should go around and see what our bagel would be.
That's
Did
not
you
a
want
bad
to? Yeah,
idea.
what's your?
Yeah, I like that.
I know yours.
Mine's pretty straightforward.
What's yours?
Well, I gotta spice it up a little bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's pretty
It's such
dry
a
otherwise, but it's like I think I got away. It's a lightly toasted cinnamon raisin bagel with crunchy peanut butter,
Yeah,
and I
likes
guess we're
peanut-
gonna drizzle something on it too.
Mike's hot honey would be good.
Not on peanut butter.
I think it would shock you. I've dabbled.
Maybe like
It's not bad.
You haven't had a muffin in a long. I got you the Dunkin'
yeah,
Donuts
and
muffin.
I don't give me any more muffins.
Okay, they're done?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't do muffins.
You used to love a blueberry muffin.
Yeah, well, it started to turn into a muffin.
But not blueberry, strawberry.
Yeah, no, there's berries in here. Yeah, I don't know what else. Maybe just a little bit of regular honey drizzle on it.
Yeah, that might
or
be
something.
Sesame oil.
What would your
Yeah, I
bagel
don't know,
be,
some-
Bob?
Some like Manuka honey.
Bob's
Mine is
Bagels.
already a pretty popular one. Maybe
But
I'd
that's
have
okay.
To,
That's good though. You want the names to be popular.
mine would be a poppy seed bagel, scallion cream cheese, smoked lox, red onion,
yeah.
capers.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, that's a great
That-
bagel.
that's the
I'm
pop.
very similar.
The pop.
Yums, what would you be?
Poppy
Well,
seed pop.
it's like it's I don't know the bagel, but probably a sesame bagel.
Okay.
And there's cream cheese, some lox, some onions. But I do want to. Are you going to have?
Are you a capers guy? Do you like the capers on there?
Not really. I have
Me
a question
neither.
though. Are you going to have it written in like crayon on like the orders?
That would be
not crayon
dope.
in chalk.
Yes.
Because
I
if
read-
mine is, I want it to say like the yum in parentheses with a twist.
I like
That's
that.
funny.
I like that.
I want it to be
Chaos.
a mix of like it's Bob Does Sports, but you can walk in there without knowing that it's.
But I also
I
want
like
the
that.
I
like.
do like the chalkbard idea.
have a
Anytime a
chalkboard.
diner's
Yeah,
got
it's
that
great.
with
Yeah.
specials
Yeah,
on,
it's-
that is awesome.
I might go egg and cheese with the hash brown like on it. You know how Bagel Bro does that? Yeah.
Oh, the
And then the
Yaki
big thing
way.
is, I want to
Yes.
get for the people that want to go healthy. I want a chopped salad station, like
like
really
that.
good chopped salad.
Yeah,
There'll be
with
a
some
Caesar
bowls.
salad,
Yeah.
and then one cheesesteak.
I think a pickle bar goes a long
I
way
think you're
for
right.
people too.
I think a
But what-
chalkboard makes everything feel fresher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
'Cause
is
if
a thing
if you have
to
a
it.
set menu with font, it's like, well, this
Chalkboard
is
behind
always
them.
here every day. How long's it
Mm-hmm.
been here? Chalk, even if it's the same chalk forever, makes you feel like they just wrote it down this morning.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's got a feel to it.
D-Man, I got to know what your bagel is.
Well, normally I'm pretty basic, but I think I would spice it up a little bit just because you can't just do like. Normally my go-to is just an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese, or I'll do a scallion cream cheese. I think what I would do for this one, I would do like an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese and then a fried egg and bacon.
Wow, you sick fuck.
So you have like the
Yeah,
cream
I like
cheese,
that
but
a
you
lot.
still have it with like a bacon, egg, and cheese style.
I remember when we stopped at Subway, it was me, Effie, and Joe. He put on toppings where you couldn't see what the meat was. The meat was covered by so much that you didn't know what his sandwich was.
It's the only meatball sub that you've ever seen that you could not, if your life depended on it, guess that it was a meatball sub.
Couldn't see the
It
meatball.
was so covered.
You know what happened
that you
there?
couldn't see any marinara or any meatballs.
I wanted a traditional sub with like lettuce, tomato, and all this stuff, but I also really wanted meatballs, so I just did a hybrid.
Yeah,
and I
did.
just combined them.
And you didn't compromise. You didn't. Yeah, you didn't take a little from each. You put both.
I did. It was a hybrid.
Dude,
it
he had
was.
toppings
But a lot of
going
the
on
times
this thing
with the
that I didn't
meatball
know
sub,
they
I'll just do
had.
meatball with cheese, like the normal way.
Sure.
But that was the day I wanted lettuce, tomato, pickles.
I think you put like two. You think you put two types of sauces on it too?
I put ranch and
ranch and buffalo. I'll have some of the buffalo, some of the olives.
big black olive
I'll
guy.
do the
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which ones? The ones I just touched.
What's that right there?
Bob, I'm not a crane, okay?
No, but Joe,
You do,
and the
you
guy got
reach
pissed
over.
at you at the airport. It's the craziest.
That guy was
move.
out of line.
No, but
what was that
Joe,
place that we went to?
He really wasn't.
Oh,
If
No.
they wanted you to
Qdoba
point at
or
things,
something?
they wouldn't put the
Bro,
glass there.
if I saw a guy come
That
in,
guy did not
hold
need
on.
to be rude and
If
yell
I
at me.
saw a guy do what you do when there's glass, and to watch you go over the glass, it's one of the craziest things
Didn't
I've
touch
seen
it.
you do. And I've seen some crazy shit from you. That might be the craziest thing you do.
What was that place called again?
It's every place.
No, but that
If you-
place was in
We
there.
did it at the hamburger place.
Does it everywhere?
And he
Yes.
goes
everywhere that has the glass. He does. He's just like, why is this annoying thing?
And by the
here?
way, I did it.
Surely they don't mean to have
I
this
didn't
here.
do it over the vegetables. I did it over the sauces, which are contained. So the guy was completely overreacting because even if you point at the sauce, I can't. It's in a bottle.
Joe, you would have moved down the line and done it over the vegetables too.
But this specific time it was over the sauces. And there was the reason I did is there's so many sauces. It was hard, and I didn't know what each sauce was, so it was hard to specify what. The guy was out of line to yell at me. By the way,
You know what we could do at this place is I've always thought about this. Follow me. Instead of the upright glass where they don't want you to go over it and you can't really do anything, how about a slanted glass?
I like slanted glass.
Where like you're still not doing it. You can still do your stuff underneath that you need to do, but then someone can kind of get above it a little bit.
Sure.
I like slanted glass a lot.
How's that feel? It's more like this.
Yeah.
So like, but it doesn't affect the guy working and reaching under. But you have a guy like that has the ability to pick and choose a little
Pop,
bit.
do you
ideas
think?
come.
Do you think you will? Like, I'm not making fun of you, honestly. Do you think you will follow through on one of these ideas?
It depends on if you're providing capital or if anyone with capital is providing capital.
Don't make it on
because
me.
It's about the right partner.
Bob,
You
I
haven't found
can't-
the right partner yet.
I can't do it on my own. I'm not a guy who's going to be like selling
Were
something
you like
out
an
of my
app
house.
guy back in the day where you're like an app where you can teleport, but I don't know how to make it?
Are we going to scoop out bagels? I like that.
If you want, you're gonna have that option.
That's
for
perfect.
sure. And also, too, we're hitting the Flagel game pretty hard too, which hasn't made its way to Jupiter.
Flagel again?
Flagel's like a thinner bagel that's more round as well. It takes out the. It's not as
You can have
doughy.
soup. Is there going to be soup, Bob?
Haven't thought about that.
gotta
That's
be
up to the Spiropoulos family, really.
Are they soup guys?
There's a couple things they're letting me run. Like, for example, a thing that has to be in there that I want. A place called O Bagel in Hoboken does it really well. You know, at the park, how they do the transfusions with your own can?
Oh yeah,
You could
like
do that in
seal
coffee.
that.
Yes, you could do that with iced coffees. This place O Bagel does it so
What
well.
does that mean with your own can?
Like your own can, there's a machine that you do your own can.
Puts the tops
They had
on.
it at North
Yeah.
Hempstead.
So it's like a tall boy, and then like you can get your mixed drink in there, and then they'll put the can that you open.
Awesome.
That's-
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
so good for branding, and like
It
iced
is.
coffees look great. And this place O Bagel I've been dining with, they do it such a good job, and it makes the coffee look so good.
This one comes from Jason J. Davis. How many J-bones would it take to take down one cutscene in a cage
I
match?
want to ask
That's a
you
great
that
question.
And what do you think? I hope he goes low.
I think it would probably be. It would have to be around like 7.
Oh, that's
Are
a lot.
you
Okay.
kidding
By
me?
the way, I hope 7 of you can take one person
Yeah.
down. I don't think it's that many.
Oh,
I think
really?
4.
I think 3 or 4.
No,
Three.
I think it's more than 7.
I think there's a good
I think
chance
this-
if he lands on
This
one
is
good
the
punch,
100 men versus a gorilla
Yeah, but
conversation.
7.
No.
No,
I think there's a
7
good
would-
chance
would
if he
shred.
throws in one good punch, he could get me
Yeah,
down
I'm the
in one
biggest
punch.
advocate for nobody get the cutsy
Do you
down,
mean-
but
I-
7
I-
is
do you-
crazy.
So it just varies because my stamina is very bad. So Jensen could run around for like and 20 minutes without getting tired.
But this is
I would get
cage.
gassed.
You
But
dig-
if I
you
did
dig
connect
deep,
with
though.
one
You would
punch,
dig deep.
like say if Jensen
agree.
came and I connected with
Sure.
one punch, I'm dropping him like a bag of bricks.
But there's
So-
6 more coming behind.
But that's
you.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I would have to, like, if they swarm me, I think 3 or 4.
Okay, let's
for
say what
sure.
if we did one at a time? Sent them in one at a time.
Oh,
Well,
then bring on
yeah,
7.
That's unlimited.
No problem.
Oh,
Well, the
one at
problem
a
is
time,
one's
then.
going to get your legs.
Yeah.
Once you get on the ground and there's still 5 survived,
Then that's tough.
5 of them with you on the ground. I mean, what are you going to
Watch,
do?
they all just have like their little they all
Guy's
have
got a
little
leg on
9
him.
irons.
And they're so coordinated. Like
Yeah.
they're so on top of
What do you
people.
see?
What do you see?
Jensen, what do you see?
nothing.
Jeez, that was scary, bro. It looked like you were
Bob's
looking right-
It's like a
Horrified right
dog.
now.
It's like you saw a squirrel.
Yeah,
I
that-
thought I did, but there's nothing.
You thought you saw what?
I think it was a bird flying in the reflection of
It's
the
a dog.
window. Well, we heard the thing, and I was just making sure there was nobody in the house.
Let's test it out. Jensen, you and Cutsy fight, and we'll see how many of you it would take based on how fast he knocks you out.
Sure.
I would be so fascinated to see. Maybe that's.
I
Joe
did give
Schmo.
him-
He's so violent with his movement. I just
Dude,
can't
imagine,
get set.
imagine like a Joe for Schmo where like we don't tell anybody, they just tune in and it's an octagon, and then we have like. Joe, what would your walking
rough and
song
rowdy.
be?
Maybe Fight Music by D12.
That's a good
Sure.
one.
I don't. What is
Nice.
that?
That's nice.
Dun-
The Eminem band.
Dono,
Using D12.
dono, dono.
You know what was hilarious was when you and him were in the cart with the first hater, and you sang that song. You're like, "I hear them coming, they're coming."
I hear the trains are coming.
Because that is a song where someone's about to die.
Oh. Have you ever seen the ocean ones on TikTok where it goes, oh.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Dude,
No,
those
I don't like that
freak
anymore.
me
Those
I'm
are
out.
awesome.
I'm out on that.
And it's in the entire ocean's coming onto the
Yes.
boat,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
it swaps
How
off.
scary is the ocean?
Oh, that's
man?
horrifying.
I don't fuck
yeah, the
with the
videos where it's
ocean.
like huge waves.
Yeah.
I think
not
some
do
of that is AI though.
I don't. Maybe.
I don't
maybe
think
so.
so.
No, a lot
Yeah.
of it's not.
There's the one video I can think of that's this barge that's just like
Correct. It's so massive. But you have to think of
That-
the camera angle.
Oh, and
yeah,
the
but we've
boats
seen
getting
like
fucked.
we've seen that video has been I've
I
seen that
hear the
video
trains
for
are coming.
30 years.
Really?
Like that video's been around.
Owen Wilson, 21. What's everyone's first job?
Wow.
As a cedar yard, lumber yard.
Yeah, ice cream shop.
You were in an ice cream shop?
You were just dealing ice cream.
It was called Dilly's on the corner. Yeah, I worked at
Dilly's. That sounds
yeah.
good.
It was
But they had a great cone, didn't they?
soft serve,
Oh
unbeatable.
God, fuck.
Yeah.
I was a gas attendant at BP gas station.
Wait.
Ask him how
Oh,
long
yeah,
you
'cause
lasted.
in Jersey, you guys
You
had
had to pump your own.
people's
You
gas.
can't pump your own gas.
Jersey
yeah.
girls
forgot
don't pump
about
their own
that.
gas.
Picking the range at Kinloch Golf Club.
Oh, was it at Kinloch? Really?
it's our
Best
first
omelet I've ever had.
It's a good spot.
Kinloch?
Oh,
Kinloch.
phenomenal.
I was caddy.
What was your
That's
first
sick.
job?
I was like
That's dope.
15.
You didn't have like anything really?
Yeah.
Dude, if I could
dope.
see somebody in their job, to see him caddying, like, oh my god.
He's the caddy that I would like. He's like if I saw him, it's Bel Air all over again.
Oh
for me.
yeah, that
I was the opposite of how I am now.
Like,
I
don't
wasn't
let
like
me have
that at
guy
all.
because I suck. He's
No,
gonna
I can see
roast
the
my
members
ass.
being like,
No,
"Fuck,
I
they
wasn't
keep
like
giving
that."
me shicker.
You must have had some real
Like,
patience
you
back
get-
then.
Bob, I was a kid. I was just trying to squeak by there. I wasn't fucking
Did you
roasting
ever have like a
people.
behind the register gig, like a fast food joint or
No,
Starbucks
no,
or
no,
something?
no.
Talking about the one that I couldn't do.
Could you caddy on Saturdays?
I did not. No, I didn't.
Why not?
Sabbath.
Because we weren't, you know.
Oh.
Can you imagine trying to order a home wrecker from Schick?
I worked
even-
at Moe's.
No, I know that's what I'm
2
saying.
weeks, yeah.
I would
Didn't go
tweak
well.
because the thing is, if one thing would go, like if I would fuck something up behind the counter, it would be a mess. Like I would start losing it, and I'd make them like do it. Like I'm not for those jobs.
If what I've really realized this week is if you ask him to step out of his comfort zone or his routine, it's a huge problem. Like we're at the point now. Like if I ask him for like Jensen the stuff that I ask you for, like it's like he will give you a huge problem. He doesn't like being taken out of his routine.
But I used to do all that. It's not like I paid my dues and all.
Right.
But you're right. I get very uncomfortable if I'm not under full control of every single thing that I'm a part of.
That's a little true.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating.
Right.
But a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next, gents.
Do you guys have any more plans to do any more content with the Bryan Bros and Grant?
Isn't it soon?
January, mid-January, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
They're coming to us. Jupe.
Okay.
Pop, you and Wesley Bryan. You and Wesley Bryan have a budding rivalry, by
It's
the
the
way.
best.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Tell us
we
how
do.
much you hate Wesley Bryan.
Wesley Bryan's a cocksucker. No, Wesley Bryan is, he gives me a lot of shit. I don't know where it started. Maybe I have one of those faces, but he just thought he was comfortable enough to just start coming after me.
I
And
think
I like it. I like giving it back to him. I told him right to his fucking face, we will settle this on the golf course if he gives me 100 strokes.
I think he likes you
And
a
then we'll
lot.
play golf.
Do you think?
Hundred's definitely enough in that case. 100's definitely enough. Yeah. 100 strokes. Bro, what am I going to do with the other 98 of
If
them?
you got into an octagon with Wesley Bryan, who comes out of there?
I would kill him.
I agree with that.
I would destroy Mr. Bryan with all due respect. And I don't
agree
want
with
to
that.
because he's got a lovely looking family, but I would kill him. I would kill you.
I agree with that. I do.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he likes you. That's why he. It's
No,
one
it's
of those
great.
like
That's
it's like
why
you make fun of the
beautiful-
girls that you love.
Bro,
you know?
2024 Pop would overthink the shit out of it. I know. I'm confident that he likes me. It's a bit.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more and then we're done.
This is a good one. All right, so this one comes from. Hold on, sorry, lost it. It's Scotty Goodwin. Why does Benjamin live rent free in Joey D's head?
Oh, boy.
Do I live rent free in Joey D's head?
No, I don't think so. I will say this: that I think like a lot of people see in the videos, like we go at each other, but we also know that like when you start coming, I'm not going to back down, and when I start coming, you don't back down. But also too, what people don't realize is that Jet's one of my best friends. Like, I actually love Jet, and off camera, I talk to him a lot. Like, so it's not
say
really
this.
a bit. It's just like when I know that he's coming at me, I kind of amp it up even more because I'm not going to take a shit.
He's the only person who can like really push my buttons like that.
Like in what way? What do you
like
mean?
you get on my nerves more than
The biggest thing that I think gets on his nerves is when we're in a group chat having a conversation about when something's going to happen, and it's all the information is right there, and then you come in an hour later and you're like, "So what day are we leaving?" And it's 3 texts stop. But that's not me at you. That's what really gets under his skin.
No,
the
to answer
most.
your question, I don't think I live rent free in his head necessarily. I think maybe we like every once in a while.
But am I correct with that?
Yeah, but that's like a
That's
symptom
just
of
a
a
small
bigger.
example.
You were being a
something.
bit of a dick before this trip.
But I'm saying that's what he's talking about.
But also, too, you guys can go at each other's throats, and within seconds,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
moved on.
Yeah, it's what's under the water is under the water.
Well, that's always been the best thing about Chick, dude. Is as mad and as
Water
angry as he
under
can
the
ever be, he moves on quick, which I think is a wonderful quality as a person and as a leader.
Yes, for sure, he does, but there's nobody better than that than the D. The D will move on.
It's two different ways of doing it, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is also true.
Vegas boy.
No, Vegas.
He can forget about it. He literally does forget about it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is that with this group, like you guys are like my best friends. So like even if I'm like beyond pissed, I can't stay mad at my best friends. Of
course.
Like you guys are my guys. Like if there'll never be a time where it's like I'm so mad that I'm not gonna like still have your backs. Like it is what it is.
But
Bygones are bygones.
you are like that. Like an insane thing could happen to you, and you just brush it off the next morning.
Because life's too short to be bitter and not be happy.
Beautiful
with
attitude.
people. Like, I especially the people that I care about. Like, I don't need to have.
He lives to be better.
I don't. It's just I'm more. That's like we're just different people. I guess. I wish but
Whereas
I
like
don't-
this guy, I think he loves to hold on to that bitterness. Like you
It's what
kind
drives
of
him.
do. Yeah, you kind of do.
But we're both. There's a middle ground here. It's not like your way is fucking like.
No,
you
I'm
know
not.
what?
I'm not saying that I am. There's times where I'm the problem.
But there's things where you'll be like you'll do the classic like, oh, we're fine, we're this, no big deal, and like every single person in the room knows it's a
In
massive
his defense,
deal.
I think he knows how much that could. Where he stopped doing that as much, or sometimes I've seen him catch himself. Like he stopped. I think like sometimes I was really mad at him was we're in Arizona, and he literally almost hit a guy in the face, and I like called 4 or like was
Right.
a little
Yeah,
shook,
yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, Bob, it's fine." I was
Right.
fucking.
So you
pissed.
can't
It's
you
like,
can't
"Whoa, almost
you
hit the
can't
guy."
use the oh life's too short excuse for that.
But I was defending you in the sense of I think you've gone more
I
away.
think
from
the
say
like the
this, I
new me,
think-
like, now that I'm like a dad and stuff, like I've been more aware to some extent, or at least more accountable.
We're all incredibly. I don't want to say incredibly extreme. I'm very extreme, but everybody here is very something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like-
yeah.
That's
Like
we all have
zero.
some bias. Fair enough.
If you collect
Yeah. Fair
5
enough.
characters, and I don't know Jensen's darkest secrets yet,
I'd love to get to know
We
him.
but
will.
if you,
There's got to be something behind that.
I don't know
mustache.
if there's like a, everybody is just insane in their own way. What's so funny?
true.
No, what we're saying is funny because it's so like
Yeah, like it's not like
we all
like
have
this
our
crew being put
flaws.
together is absurd.
Yeah.
I'm
In
just
what
saying
way?
straight
What do
up.
you mean
Each of our
absurd?
things
We're all-
is
every
is,
single
like
person has-
steroids of it. Like
Yeah, like the most extreme
like you're,
version
You're,
of-
you're like cynical. Like you have that.
Yes,
ramped
to the
up to
10,
100.
yeah.
You're like bull in a tiny shop is 100. You're like
Nuttiness.
eccentricness. That's
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
like,
everybody's
you're,
insane.
You're
Be careful with your
ticket
words
number
on that
95.
one.
That's it.
We got
I just
ticket number
touched it. I
95.
touched it. It's
Same
the,
with you.
it's the did that guy fucking did that guy talk shit about me? Was that guy talking shit about me? That's at 100. I'm a fucking like I'm a control freak in some ways, and I'm like this way type thing, and that's probably at 100.
I think with this crew, you have guys that are so good at what they do really well, like really talented in the things that they do well, and just some big demon flaws
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Each guy, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
This show could be so much bigger if we didn't have these things weighing
Yeah.
us down.
I
No, I
think that's
disagree.
why it's,
I think that's why it
it's good.
thrives. You want him to be normal? You know what I mean? All right, that does it for another edition of the Bob Does Sports
I want to know your
podcast.
thing.
Yeah, what's your problem?
My problem? Recently, I've been very, very deathly afraid of flying. Like,
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
that's
What the
nothing.
fuck?
Dude.
I know,
You're
I'm
in the
talking
wrong
about this
game.
guy's
What the fuck are
This
you
guy's
talking about?
Dude,
This
I-
guy's
you're on the
That's
wrong
what-
channel.
that's like you're not getting it.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's
and all of
that's
you
my
guys fighting
That's
small
my
other people's
This
problems.
guy's not getting it.
Bro, that's my small. I'm horrified of flying.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
smallest.
dude.
That's my one. That's my one.
How
spot.
about this guy screaming in the night?
Yeah,
there's something behind that.
there.
Oh, there's
Something-
definitely
trace that
something
back.
about
Trace
You're
that
that.
talking a little shit recently too.
Trace that back.
You got a little, you
little
got a little shit
cockiness?
talking going
That-
more than now
yeah.
of
Little
late.
The day
cockiness.
that I had to come to terms with the way that I would defend him, when I had to come to terms with, holy shit, he is a little cocky prick. It was a tough day.
True. That's
Like
that's
we were
ramped
giving
up.
you the out of like just, and you couldn't do it. You couldn't.
He's not gonna
admit-
do it now either.
Yeah, like
he
you
still
could-
he still has that look in his eyes, like he's
I-
like
Yeah,
he's
I
looking,
can't-
he's
but
got
can I
this
ask
look
you-
of like I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
But can I ask you, like, other
This is
than
it.
the distance in golf, where do you think I'm cocky?
The punting in football.
Oh yeah.
Good point.
I'll give you the
Your
punting.
athletic cockiness is through the
I
charts.
saw
my
him
man.
going through it the other night. He was talking about the punting thing, like that came back up, and he's talking about, yeah, like I guess I didn't account for like with kicking like guys running at me. He's like, and then like you think he's gonna stop me? He's not. He's like, but still, I mean, I could still.
But I don't think
at
I
least-
even.
he
We have that
couldn't-
on footage. I don't think I'm pretty sure I went full hand up on the punting.
No,
did
you
not. You
sidebarred
definitely
it.
didn't.
You said
I
I, didn't
said I
take
didn't
into
take it-
account the
yes.
guy's trying to kill me, but I still think I could punt the ball hella
Yeah,
far.
no, you
I
did not
said
go full.
what I said is if I didn't take into the guys running at me about to tackle me, but if I'm just dropping the ball and kicking it,
Sure.
I can give you a good 40-yard punt, which I can.
Every putt I have is straight. I'm going to be pretty good at golf.
That's not the same thing at all.
Yeah, that
Yes,
is.
it is.
I'll give you the punting. I'm cocky in that.
You're not
use
going to give us the
the
distance
9-iron.
with clubs.
No, he's never gonna give
the
that.
distance in the clubs thing is different because like
J-Bone, at this point,
I will say like
you better-
when I go home and play, I hit my Mavericks. I do hit them far.
J-Bone,
But they
I
are
appreciate that because
not.
at this point, if you ever do put the hand up about this thing, I'll be fucking pissed. But you're dying on this sword forever.
But
Well,
Jensen, that's what
I
he's
will,
saying
because-
is right though. But like, it's like me with my 7-wood. I was telling Stu, like, I had hit it 220 one time, and then I realized, I'm like, oh my god, I don't hit it 220. Like one time, maybe when the wind was right and I hit the best. But like, just because you hit it one time doesn't mean that that's your number.
That's not the norm.
Correct. You said that, and you were right.
I'll give you the punting and the irons, sure, but I'm very bad at golf in general. I don't think I'm cocky that I'm good at golf.
That's
No,
not-
John
but that's
takes
not
that
the-
out of
Yeah.
context.
you are though.
Meet me at the
I
sim.
say all the time, and that's another thing that was I just all that I meant with take it to the sim was there's no other. I forgot about that.
That was his confidence.
The
How
only
am I cocky?
Can I defend
How am I
myself?
cocky?
The only
You said take it to the sim.
the only thing I meant with take it to the sim is that there's no way to prove distances other than like on a simulator or like on a TrackMan or like
Or in a Bob Does Sports video.
right. I have a shot on camera hitting
Jake,
one
That's
down
the
the
whole
whole
that's
point.
what he's
That's exactly what he's
saying.
saying.
Jensen. That's what he's saying.
16 7-irons, and one of them went that way.
Correct. Do you get that, gents?
I get that,
think
but
part of
also
it is
I
he's
played
He said,
looking
I
for.
have a shot. He
camera.
literally
Oh
walked into
my
it.
goodness, what's happening?
We're killing this guy. We got it. Yeah.
This-
Well, no, he's looking for his one moment on YouTube. And I get that. Like,
And I'm not gonna say I
No,
hit
like,
every
Bob,
nine
like,
iron
for the
shining
golf.
moment.
I'm not gonna
You
say
know
I
what?
hit
I hope-
every
I hope
nine
you
iron
make
as
a
far
hole
as
in
I
one
hit
tomorrow.
mine.
I don't think you
Tomorrow-
do.
No, I do. I hope
He
I hope
would
somebody
hit it,
does.
and then you'd come over and be like, "He's gonna get so cocky now, like he's not gonna
Oh,
do
if
his
he made
work."
a hole in one, it would be. You know what?
That'd be a problem.
Oh man.
That'd be a real problem.
Yeah.
I'm not
He'd
gonna
get-
Fine.
say
I hope
it.
you just like
He'd-
thin
he'd
the shit
have
out of a
he'd
hole
have
in
a
one.
carousel out before you even got to the green.
Oh man.
Well, okay, first of all,
You know who
tell me about your hole in one.
Shut the fuck up, Bob.
Jet would have it by August.
You're looking just for that one more slide.
Hey, me and Pop are making reels, all right?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what, Cutsy? I don't want to hear it, all right? Because you know
I
what?
encourage you to put content out all the time.
I'm saying I try to get the perfect one. What can I say?
Yeah,
You know
your
what Cutsy
stuff
did
is
today?
great.
I was so happy he did it because he used to do it, and it's just the funniest thing. He started a story today where he goes, "Hey, Instagram." He did it again. It's great.
man.
It's just crazy.
I like when he mean mugs.
Hello.
He's like cameos out now.
Sometimes you just got to do that, Bob. You
Yeah.
just got to address who you're talking to.
But you know what though too? He'll like if one of us, because now Stu's in Cameo. Like if Stu puts up a Cameo ad, D-Man will have to put up the Cameo ad. We're like, you know what I mean? Is that true? 100%.
No, it's,
I don't think I've
this
ever
is
even. I put up,
Dude, you don't.
I put up one. I think I put one up.
no, this is Cutsy's Christmas cameo season.
the
This is a
cyber
big
deal.
one.
Tell the people.
Well, because I got
Yeah, this is a 1 month where I'm gonna go nuts on Cameo, and I'm gonna push the crap out of it.
Or now, if you have a ton of money to spend, and you can afford Cutsy, FP, and whatnot, ticket is double at 200.
200 is a very reasonable
make it
pop.
worth it.
Yeah, get what you pay for.
You better give him a 10-minute cameo.
Yeah, how long? Honestly, have you got a booking for the 2 yet?
My cameos have never been less than 2.5 minutes.
Really?
They're always long.
Fuck the mic down there.
That doesn't.
Oh my God. Yo, close it up.
Close it down. Close it down. It's terrible. Close it down. It's awful.
How about Stubby's fart in front of Rom before Rom made that? That was amazing.
I held on to that one. It was perfect.
He was taking way too long over the ball.
Oh,
I
it's
saw
hard.
you on your
It's
tippy
tough.
toes
I was
holding it in, dude.
Stu
perfect.
didn't fart for 3 years, and now he just lets him rip.
It's eating better, dude. Eating
might be
cleaner.
it.
Yeah, it's definitely
Those muffins used to lock all the farts.
it. There wasn't any room. There's no room in there for
to get by blueberries.
nothing can get by,
All that grain, dude.